we're here today to give you some basic tips on what to do and what not to do when the hurricane season comes now.
We wanted to share with you the common mistakes that property owners tend to make when they have damage and they're working with the insurance company to file a claim. So the first mistake is not documenting what happened, or not documenting fast enough, or not documenting in general enough.
Right, so as an attorney, I represent the clients, you, the homeowners, when they're being deposed or when they're being asked questions by the insurance company. And usually they ask them, well, how much water was there? And they're like, I don't know, it was water all over the house. Well, what does that mean? Did it cover your ankles? Was it only a little bit? So the best thing you can do is take pictures. Most of us have smartphones now. Take a picture, do a video if you can. Document it all, because when they ask you, you can tell, I don't remember, but I looked at my pictures and there was this much water. If you happen to have a tape measure, stick it in the water and take a picture of the tape measure showing just how much water there was. We actually had somebody come to our booth today and she was telling us about how she had coconuts that went right through her roof. Look up, take a picture of the hole in your roof, take a picture of the coconuts, and then put those coconuts aside, don't throw them out. And we'll get to that in a minute. So basically, you want to document everything. If it's a leak, where is the leak? How much water is coming? They're gonna ask you, well, was it gushing or was it a little slow drip? That's a question they always ask you, and most people don't remember because you're scared, you're worried, and you just want to fix your house. Take a couple minutes, fix it, take a picture. Especially if you can do a video of the amount of water, there's no question, and it's gonna be crucial to getting you the proper result in your claim. And as part of documenting, we want you to write down every single conversation you have with the insurance company. Because guess what? They do. Every time they call you, they say when they talk to you, who spoke with you, what you said. You want to have that written down as well, so that if they tell you, oh, you said this, you can look at your notes and you can point out whether you did or not. So document everything. Even if you think you're over-documenting, the more information you have, the better.
The second mistake property owners tend to make is discarding materials from your damage. So the picture you see here is of a damaged roof. Well, in an effort to clean up our own property, we might want to quickly discard all the debris and the damage. Don't do that.
Right, so one of the issues that most people come across, especially when it's a roof claim, they're gonna tell you, well, no, this is an old roof. Those tiles fell off years ago. Those tiles broke years ago. Your shingles have been flying out for the last 10 years. So the way you beat them at their own game, you take a photo of where they landed on your floor, on your garden, on your yard, then you bag them up, you put them in a bag, put them in a corner. At some point, they're gonna wanna see it. You have it, you do your due diligence, and they cannot try to twist things around and tell you, oh no, this has been damaged for a long time. And it comes back to the story of the coconut. Keep the coconuts, whatever it is. And one of the bigger ones is when you have a pipe leak, you call a plumber, the plumber fixes it, the plumber usually leaves you the broken pipe. A lot of people throw them out. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the pipe, because the insurance company, if they did not get to inspect while it was actively leaking, they just have your word to go on it, and guess what? They don't believe you. They're not your friends. So you're gonna want to have the broken pipe to show them, here's the broken pipe. So keep the pipes, keep anything that was damaged. If you have to cut a section of the wall, put it in a black bag in your garage and just store it there until they come to your house and they inspect it.
Okay, mistake number 3 is assuming the insurance company's offer is final.
Right, so a lot of people think, well, my insurance company is gonna do what's best for me. They're my friends, they're there to help me, and they're not. That the whole business of insurance is to pay as little as possible so that they keep as much profit as possible. If they paid every claim, they will go bankrupt. So this is how it works. So essentially, even if you think you have a good company and wow, they wrote you a check for $10,000, that's probably not enough. So what you have to do, you have to do your due diligence. You have to hire an expert. You have to hire professionals who can tell you what the actual damage to your property is. It may be $100,000. Most people don't know, but once you start removing, let's say, your ceiling, you have to remove you have to start painting your drywall. If you got to do your drywall, you got to do your baseboards. If you're doing your baseboards, you have to paint. And so it starts adding up, and if you don't know, you're really selling yourself short. And it's important because after Irma, which is despicable, but a lot of these insurance companies started putting on their check full and final. That's not enforceable. That is not true. And by Florida law, they have to give you what's called an undisputed payment. That's all they're doing. You can get more money. We can help you with that. Don't assume just because you got a check that you're done.
We want to give you one final bonus mistake, and that is not getting help soon enough.
Again, a lot of people think the insurance company is there to help you. Like I said, they're not. So when you call them and you think you're having a conversation with your buddy, with your friend, remember that they're analyzing every single thing you say and trying to find a way to turn that against you. And a lot of times, especially if it's a particularly bad damage to your house, you may be emotional, you may have lost something that means a lot to you, you may be scared for your safety. So you tell the insurance company, oh, this has been going on for a very long time, this is terrible, you gotta help me. In your mind, you think you said something good. They have to help you because this has been going on for a long time. But all they heard is, this has been going on for a long time. This is long-term damage. This is excluded under the policy. We win. So what we want you to do is, from the beginning, get a professional. Now, of course, we're here because we do this every day. We want you to choose us, but you don't have to choose us. But you need to get a professional. Don't think that you can do this on your own. Get a public adjuster, get an attorney. We are here to help you through the entire process. At the end of the day, if you could do it on your own, we most likely can do it better because this is all we do. What we want is, we tell you what to tell them, what not to tell them. Obviously, you always say the truth, but there are different ways of saying the truth and ways in which you don't put yourself at risk, you don't lose your claim, you don't throw away what you could get. So it's very important that you seek out help from the very beginning. We are here to help you, and hopefully, nobody needs our help this storm season, but if you do, we're here to help.